Hello and welcome to another edition of Kuma's Kitchen, and today I want to share with you a new recipe that's kind of initiated by a very old recipe of mine, probably one of my oldest recipes, and that's if you've ever had the, you can find here on the channel, is the oatmeal chocolate chip cookies. I'll put them in at the end of this video, but that's basically a recipe I started to develop over 50 years ago. And it's went through a couple changes over the years till I got it just right and just perfect the way I want it. And then the other day I was thinking, time for something a little different. How about if we made it into a bar, made it a little gooier, a little chewier and all that. And well, here we have, don't drop it. Here we have the Nutty oatmeal chocolate chip bar. And well, lots of chocolate in there, some walnuts, lots of oatmeal, and oh, this is still a little warm from the oven. It's absolutely fantastic. That's very good. You just have to have a little patience. I had to let it sit for about half an hour to cool till I could cut it. But that's it in the spot. Just got a little taste of walnut there to go with that chocolate and all. Fantastic. So let's go in the kitchen and make this right now. For our bars, here are the ingredients. Well, across the front, I've got a 1/4 teaspoon of salt, a teaspoon of baking powder, 2 teaspoons of vanilla. And over here, 2 eggs, a 1/2 cup of walnut pieces, 1 cup of butter, and that's still quite cold, so it's going to take a little elbow grease to cream it. Then back here, chocolate, 8 ounces or 230 grams of dark chocolate, any kind of bar or whatever. I just chopped these ones came in little squares. I chopped them up, so you just want to break them up into pieces like that. Then here I've got 2 cups of rolled oats, 1.5 cups of my favorite unrefined cane sugar. So any kind of like a light brown sugar would be nice. And then back here, I've got 1.5 cups of flour. All right, so first thing we're gonna do, well, let's get the flour off to one side over here so I can get a little room back here to work. I'm gonna bring in a bowl and a spoon, the big wooden spoon, because first thing I'm gonna do is cream that butter, and that's gonna take a little bit of elbow grease because it's still cold from the fridge. Now you can let it come up to a little bit of room temperature. This doesn't have to be as perfectly creamed as when you're making cookies, but still, that's gonna take a bit. All right, let's just start squishing that down. So yeah, maybe if you can let it sit out for a little while, your butter, that'd be great, because that's going to make it just a little bit easier to cream. All right, so butter's gotten somewhat creamy. Now what I do is cream the sugar in there. Now that's going to take a little bit more elbow grease yet, so away we go, just smooshing that sugar down into the butter, around and around and around you go. That's a lot of sugar going in there. So again, this is going to take a little bit of time. All right, that took a little bit, but now the brown sugar is creamed into the butter. So let's get that off the spoon, get it onto the bowl here. Okay, what I'm gonna do now, let's put that off to one side. First of all, I'll crack the eggs in here. So 1, 2, toss that salt in there, vanilla, And then we'll grab my electric mixer. Oops. Bring that in. Now what I'm going to do is I want to beat this, bring it all together until it's nice and smooth. So away we go. Nice and smooth and creamy. So, that off there. Look at that. Look at that. A little bit on here. Get that in, back into the batter. But of course, some of it you're going to want to lick. It's quite nice. Yeah. All right, that's enough of there. Gonna lick these later. Great stuff. All right. Beater off to one side. We got our flour. That was the whisk I was going to use. All right, got our flour. Gonna throw in the baking powder. Off to one side. I guess I'll just use a spoon, as the whisk is now on the floor. All right. What we'll do is get the baking powder mixed into here, and then we're going to mix it all into there to make our batter. Just mix until it all comes together. Okay. All right, I think we got that pretty even. Piece of chocolate fell overboard, and so it has to be sacrificed. All right. We'll bring this in. This is a my 9x9 cake pan. I've buttered the inside of it and papered it. So the butter is just like a glue to hold that cooking paper in place. Because what I do now is I want to start getting this into here. All right, once you got that in there, you gotta kind of tamp it down into the corners and all. I'm gonna even it out. So let's get all pushed over there, over in that corner there. Starting to look pretty even. So what I do now is push that off there, that all in, and even that out a bit. All right, that's looking pretty smooth. All right, and very tasty. I do love my raw cookie dough. All right, that's going in the oven over there. 350 degrees Fahrenheit or 180 degrees Celsius for about 30 to 35 minutes. And then we're ready to have our bars. See you then. All right, so that's just been, actually it's been 30 minutes in the oven. And as you can see, this is absolutely perfect. What we've got here, we got the browning happening around here. So it's all dry on top, browned. That's absolutely perfect. You're gonna want to let that cool now for quite a while. It's hot. You're gonna cool it down for a little bit. Then I'm gonna transfer it out of there and onto a cooling rack. Let it cool some more. And then we're ready to cut it into bars. So now go, make sure you make some of this because it's smelling absolutely fantastic. Get some in ya. So if you like this recipe, stick around and check out the channel because there's a lot more original Kevin Riley recipes right here on Kuma's Kitchen. Also, make sure that you, oh, there's a little crumb. Make sure that you are subscribed to the channel and that you've clicked that notification bell because you don't want to be missing out on any because we have a new one coming out every week. Eclectic, fusion, fun recipes for you to enjoy. Now, go make these delicious little bars, and make cooking fun again with Kuma's Kitchen.